Talking about the auto space, that one is doing fantastically well as well. Top gain on the Nifty at this point in time. Adani Ports following suit with a gain of around 3%. But let's talk about a couple of companies that we have on our radar. Mayur Uniquoters is in focus. The company is a major manufacturer of Rexine PVC coated fabric. To discuss demand and the business outlook, we have with us Suresh Kumar Poddar, who is the CMD and CEO of the company, joining in. Mr. Poddar, hi, welcome to the show. You know, your volume growth was fantastically strong in the quarter gone by. It was up around, in double digits, and you are anticipating around 15 to 20% volume growth for the entire fiscal. Just give us a sense in terms of where exactly the demand is coming from. And because of these global recession fears, are you probably thinking that maybe volume growth won't be as robust as anticipated?
So far as automotive is concerned, we are getting good growth in automotive export mainly, and automotive OEM domestic also, because the chip shortage is coming down, so the requirement is increasing. So we expect, as per volume growth, compared to 21-22, we expect in 22-23, 20% growth in automotive, I'm talking. And in 23-24, also 18-19%. And then 24-25, also about 12 to 13%. This is what I'm saying. Whatever has been given to us by auto OEM exports, according to that I'm telling you. And so far as total volume is concerned, this will be from last year. Next 3 years, it will be average 14% in volume growth. In totality, 14%. I'm talking.
Sure. So that's 14% overall. And for the automotive sector, you were talking about 20% growth. Actually, yes. For the benefit of our viewers, I just want to say that Mayur Uniquoters does, cater to the automotive industry, where they do supply artificial leather, of course, in cars, buses, trucks, agricultural equipment, etc. But they also use artificial leathers used across the board, right? Whether it's door trims, steering wheel covers, knob covers, roof lining. So a lot of the car is the kit value perhaps has even gone up. Mr. Poddar, correct me if I'm wrong. How much of your total business now comes from automotives? I understand that you've bagged some new clients like Kia as well. And what will the revenue contribution be, say, a year down the line?
You see, 162. You see, if you see the volume, revenue growth, the revenue growth from automotive will be more than 20%, 22 to 23%. And the other, as I told you, 14% average. Then other areas, it will be about 10%.
All right. Mr. Poddar, I just wanted to understand a couple of details from you. You said that Mercedes had increased their offtake from 15 to 20,000 meters per month to about 30,000 meters per month. They wanted to, commit orders of almost 40,000 per month. You had BMW revenues which will accrue in FY24. So I just wanted to understand, with the slowdown that everyone is, witnessing or expecting in the US and Europe, could there be a risk to these volumes?
No, actually, you see, these volumes are from different manufacturers. So long we were supplying to Chrysler only. Now Mercedes has also started 1 year back, and BMW is going to start in the first quarter of next year. And then Ford Motor also, we have got the order that will start in 23. So what I'm trying to say, we are getting orders from different companies and from different models. And in existing Chrysler business also, we have got an approval of 2 more models, which will be in the end of 23-24 and beginning of 24-25. So this will have nothing to do with the USA automotive industry, because we are not increasing the numbers in the same company, but in the different company. And that also we have taken as a very conservative figures. According to me, it should be more, but I'm taking conservative figures looking at US economy.
Okay.
Right.
So, as of last quarter, you had managed to pass on over 50% of your raw material or input cost prices that you had seen, the increase that you had seen. Now that we're probably in a better situation, what is the pricing like when it comes to input costs? Do you have to pass on further, or do you think you can probably even pull back a little bit now?
So you see, the input cost has to pass on because the prices are going down. So naturally, now it depends that how much we can get from the customer. Suppose my raw material price is down by say 6%. Now it depends. Sometimes you reduce by 6. If raw material 6%, then final price may be 4%. It may be 3%. It may be 5%. But overall, it will be okay.
Can you? Sure.
Even if the prices fall down, you see, now with this automotive industry like Mercedes, BMW, Ford, we are talking, their prices are at least 15 to 18% more than Chrysler. So it depends on which company you are supplying and which model you are supplying. The price depends on that.
But the margins for you used to enjoy about 24-25% margins as well, and now that has fallen quite a bit. I understand that there are raw material cost pressures, but since you have new clients on board, not just Mercedes, but you have Kia, Hyundai, etc., on a blended basis, what could the margins be?
You see, margin, I can tell you 1% or 1.5% more, it can be, more or less. It is very difficult to predict the exact margin at the moment. It can be 1% minus, it can be 1% plus.
Okay.
Mr. Poddar, near-term demand and revenue questions aside, everyone was worried about what happens to the future of the company, succession, etc., professionalization. So you did mention that you had earlier, hired an R&D expert. You had a CFO, which is a new CFO. You have Mr. Bagaria as well, Arun Bagaria, who's your son-in-law, who's the executive director. And now Manav Poddar, after a long time, who's your son, has come back into the business as well. And in the conference call, you said that he will observe a key area and then you will start giving in the work to him one by one. I just wanted to understand, with a professional coming in, your son-in-law, your son as well, how are these roles going to be defined, and what will the future of the company look like when it comes to management? Who will have what responsibilities and what kind of powers?
You see, that I cannot tell you right now to whom what I have to give. What power I have to give to Arun Bagaria and what power I have to give to my son. That I will tell you in course of time, because he is coming to the factory, he is understanding many things. And I think from next quarter, the responsibility will be given. But although all the responsibility cannot be given at one time, of course, it will be under me. And they will be given particular areas like Arun Bagaria today. He is looking after all India's marketing, Export is looked after by me. I'm in general export and automotive exports. And what I am feeling that to start with automotive, I will give to my son because he is a good planner. And
Ms. Poddar?
Here I see much more growth in automotive.
Just a quick last question from my end before we wrap up. This is your succession plan which you have. But do you think that selling out entirely would probably be on the cards for you if in case you do get a buyer?
Get a buyer?
Would you look to probably exit the company entirely? Sell to another company? Monetize your stake?
My stake?
Yes, the promoter stake. Instead of a succession issue, a lot of the companies just look to exit also.
You see,
promoters look to exit, yeah.
That I can't tell you right now. It's not. But of course, when they will take over, definitely pass on to them. This is quite understandable.
Okay, we take that point, Mr. Poddar. Thank you so much for joining in, giving us the long-term view of the company as well as the short-term. The near-term looks good despite the weakness.